This fire. I'm trying something different. I put some charcoal inside the smoker, even though I'm going to still use this charcoal from the chimney. But I did that because I want to make sure that we have enough in there. And then I'm going to put wood, my wood chips. I got some cherry and apple on top of the charcoal. And then I'm going to be warming some wood over here on this side of the smoker down here. If you can see, I don't know if you can see if you're the cameraman looking at my face. So if you look down here, I have left it open for I can warm the wood, and I'm going to throughout the process keep putting the warm wood on top of the charcoal to keep that smoke flavor going and replace it the empty spot with wood so it can warm up when I need it. So for right now, I'm going to I'm going to light up the chimney. I'm using tumbleweed. I don't know if y'all using that. It's a couple options. I got a couple different things I use to light on my chimney. So I'm gonna start with the tumbleweed. No lighter fluid at all. We're completely lighter fluid free. Everybody's out here grilling for real know about that. So got my long sticks. Let's get it. This is how we're gonna get it started. We'll be back after a while to check on that. That's how we get the morning started. All right, Rue. Let me tell you.
It's recording.
That's a little cherry wood. Here's an apple. Alright, and then once I close this down, and I'm gonna warm up, like I said, I'm gonna warm up a piece of wood, some wood. It's the warm wood.
You hear that on fire?
All right.
Oh. All the smoke come through the grill part. That's what smokes it.
Now we wait for this. We're going to control this temperature, and so we can get steady at about 250. So that means this vent here. So this vent up here, this is one of the vents. You're going to try to just keep it about right here, and this vent over here. And this is what feeds that fire. So we'll be back after we can get that temperature set. And once we get that temperature set, then we'll be ready to drop that brisket on there. There we go with our brisket. We already oiled it. Now we're going to move into seasoning it. So we're going to start with our kosher salt. Alright, then we're going to go to our pepper. Texas style brisket. Now we're going to go into our rub. I got this from one of the brisket champions, Big Mo. See that? Big Mo. And you want to season heavy with the brisket. That's gonna make a nice bark.
So it's seasonings that makes the bark. So when the seasonings like kind of burn, it makes the bark.
This is what that black you know,
Yeah.
thick looking.
Yeah.
There you go. Season heavy. Got it. Now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side.
Big piece of meat.
Get a little oil on it. Get that in there good. Nice pretty piece of meat. Get a little salt. Again, hit it up with salt. Pepper. It's a nice thick piece of meat, so you can always season it good. Make sure you season it good.
You go all the way through.
This is all just gonna be on that bark. And then you go back to your rub.
What flavor? Like, what flavors in there?
Another thing, you see, there's a lot of wood in there, but that hot charcoal is creating that smoke. And of course, we smoking, but what we don't want is all this white smoke. So it's gonna be a little while before we can, number one, get the temperature where we want it, and number two, get it so we can get that smoke thinned out before we put any meat in here, because you don't want to put meat in here and it has that smoky flavor. We already took the lighter fluid out. We don't want to add white smoke to our food. So we're gonna be here waiting. Take time. This is a process. And then when we thin that white smoke down to a little thin, that's when we're ready to put that meat on. All right, so we just put the brisket down on the smoker. You put the fatty side up, and you put the thicker side towards the smoker box, so that you can make sure that it doesn't overcook over here on the thinner side. So I'm about to close it. Now we're looking at the temperature. Of course, it went down because it's been open and I put meat in it. So now it's up to me to now adjust it so that I can get it up to where I want it. So that's when you use your vent. So I'm about to go back to my vent work now. All right, we'll show you that when we come back. All right, so I had a little mishap. I'm gonna see if I can recover from it. We had the temperature riding around 275. It was fine for, the first 2 or 3 hours. I went in the front, came back and checked out the temperature, and it dropped about 200. So I had to take the brisket off and put it, after I wrapped it, had to put it on the gas side and just kind of let it hang there until I can get this heat back up. I ain't want catching too much smoke. So after I got that done, I put the brisket back in the smoker. It was still, temperature-wise, it was still around 170, so it still ain't at the cooked temperature yet. But we'll see if I recover. Hopefully it don't mess it up too bad. So I'm wrapping the brisket. it's about 202, 202 degrees. When it's 202, that's when we're taking it off. All right, took the brisket out. It was supposed to be coming out around 160. It went up around 170, so I went a little higher than I wanted. But the next step is the butcher paper. So I got peach butcher paper. I'm gonna take two long sheets of this. Boom. Take 2 sheets of butcher paper, then I'm gonna take a brisket, put it in the butcher paper, wrap it up real good, and then put it back on the smoker. Cut it out. It's still wrapped in the butcher paper, so it's gonna be our first time looking at the brisket and seeing how it came out. So far, so good. It's juicy. Oh, that looks good. Looks pretty. Looks pretty. Let's do the best way to just to. Feels kind of tight. Oh, that's good. All right, let's do the cut test. Still a little warm. Still a little warm, but now you gotta know how to properly cut it. Oh yeah. I think we got a winner, y'all.
We did it.
Yeah, I think we got a winner. Y'all see that? That burn in. Come on, bring that camera on here. So that smoke ring right there. Yeah, we did it. Juicy, juicy. Yeah, we did it. I'm gonna wrap it back up until it's ready to present to the crowd. Let me get a picture of that real quick. So I'm about to do this cupcake chicken recipe I seen. Myron Mixon, his name. He's a grill master, and this is one of his recipes. So I said, let me try it. I think I sent it out on a group last week that I was gonna try it and let y'all know how it comes out. I think this is just part of keeping the juice in to the meat. And these are chicken thighs, which that I noticed that this is what competition cooks or chefs or pit masters use. So I said I'm gonna try to follow suit and do the same thing. So as I'm getting it in, I'll let you know how it come out, bro. So I'm back with my ribs now. My brisket is done. I'm very pleased on how it came out. It looked good. It cut good. It was juicy and had good flavor. So now I've smoked my ribs. I'm putting on my sauce that I mixed up and put together. Right now they're reading at about 128, 130. They need to be about 145 to be completely ready. So now I'm gonna wrap them, put them inside, back into the smoker after they're wrapped, and then pull them off when they hit that 145 mark. So I'll holler at y'all, bros. Dog, the bros ain't playing today. I told you the bros ain't playing today. We going in today. We going in today. Nice and juicy. Nice and juicy. Got the ribs too. Came out perfect. So I'm about to slice this thing and we're gonna have a good day, have a more day. Root to the bros. Root to everybody, man. Love y'all.